2011 was the first time Endurocross was in X Games, right? So all the big heavy hitters were out there. We had Kurt Caselli and of course, Taddy and Mike Brown and Jeff Aaron. All the top heavy hitters were there. And Taddy came out and basically smoked everybody. Now, at that time, most riders were using like modified regular tires, right? So most guys were running like, if you were a factory KTM guy, you were running like a Dunlop regular tire, and they would put sipes in them. You'd see all kinds of interesting things. You see guys running flat, like almost, drilled out bibs, all the stuff that we still do today, but they were using regular compound tires, right? So Taddy comes to X Games, he smokes everybody. Well, Taddy had a Metzler gummy tire on, which at that time, like, you couldn't really get gummy tires easily here in the United States. There were only a few brands that were doing, of course, Golden Tire was one of them, and Metzler was in Europe, there was a lot more hard endurocross. That's kind of where that stuff started. And basically, Taddy, he wins endurocross. He comes off gold medal, awesome. Mike Brown gets second place. Eric Bernard, who's the inventor of endurocross, if you know who Eric Bernard is, he's the man, goes up to Mike Brown, says, good race. And, Mike Brown says, I can't beat Taddy if he has that tire. Mike Brown was running probably a regular motocross tire at the time. Taddy had the gummy tire, and it was straight up, Mike Brown couldn't compete. And I think that that's where we start to see this snowball, right? So now people are talking about Dunlop, right, having some kind of gummy compound that people can't get a hold of. That at the time was the 756 EX, which was an unreal gummy tire. And basically at that time, you couldn't get one unless you were a factory rider, right? There was all these talks of like, oh, these guys are using this special tire. And now 10 years later, right, that was 2011, 10 years later, there's a million different brands. And honestly, they're all awesome. Everybody's, and this is what's awesome about gummy tires. The more tires there are, the more choices the people have, and also the better products we're going to continue to get. Right, the more testing we do, the more we want to continue to progress this gummy tire game. And there are so many brands now, so many choices, and it's rad and it's exciting. And again, it makes for great competition, and it makes for great products that the people can get.